Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Cabeca. I'm a physician and women's health expert, as well as an expert in functional and age management medicine. I teach you the 7 keys to restorative health with my head-to-toe signature approach so you can live life in a healthy, vibrant way as a sexier, younger you. Today I'm going to teach you the 6 action steps that you can take right now to start living with more vitality and vibrancy than you are today. So typically what I tell my patients, if there are 6 things, if there's even just one thing I can write on this prescription pad that would make a difference in your life, here it is. So I'm going to tell you, as a physician, we use a prescription pad and a knife to do our healing. So let's imagine that I'm writing these 6 things on the prescription pad, and these are my orders for you to get filled, okay? And with the best science and education behind me, I'm recommending this for you. So number 1 thing I'd write on a prescription pad that can do more than any prescription medication that I could write for you is gratitude journaling. I want you to gratitude journal 5 minutes every day. It's a practice and a discipline that transforms and rewires your brain into that positive focus on abundance and grace. And it's in a tremendous healing that can take place there. So creating that gratitude journaling. I am grateful for my healthy children. I'm grateful for a great smile. I'm grateful for healthy air, a stop sign. I don't know, sometimes you have to make things up, but do it because you've got to just embrace that framework of that positive attitude and that grace and gratitude. And as you focus on that, what you focus on expands. So you'll get more and more things to be thankful for. And be grateful for the accomplishment you made today. Maybe I didn't eat that cookie and I walked past chocolate. Like I told you before, chocolate's my heroin. So, that's an accomplishment. I would be grateful that I was able to do that for the day. So that's number 1, gratitude journaling. Number 2 is test, don't guess. One of the key things that I want to do for a patient is actually look at really functional labs. Hormones, hormonal antibodies, the full range of testing that I order. And typically I order a very comprehensive, extensive panel. And some of my key markers that I like to order that aren't part of a normal pattern by any way is looking at your estrogens, estradiol, progesterone, testosterone, free and total testosterone, sex hormone binding globulin, progesterone, your thyroid, including TSH, free T4, free T3, thyroid antibodies, and looking at homocysteine and highly sensitive C-reactive protein, red blood cell magnesium, vitamin D25 hydroxy. So I'm listing all these out. I just want you to be familiar with them. And there's many more, but those are some key markers I want to look at, and DHEAS in the blood. So looking at markers of your adrenals too. So a very comprehensive look at what's going on with you. Test, don't guess. And it's important to kind of stage your progress, and that gives us something to go with. So that's number 2, is ordering those blood tests for you. And sometimes urine tests, sometimes stool tests, other functional tests, to really get to the bottom of what's the underlying condition that has gotten you off course so you're not feeling fabulous every day like you need to be. Okay, and number 3 thing that I would write on a prescription pad is not an antibiotic, which is one of the number 1 prescribed medications in the country. It's actually a probiotic, because after so many antibiotics and all the antibiotics in our foods and the GMOs, our body's getting a daily assault of antibiotics. So we need to put good bacteria back into our system. So probiotics, healthy bacteria, and a good healthy bacteria, healthy yeast, but probiotics, benefiting the health, the immune system, helping with digestion. Our intestines produce a good, more serotonin than the brain. So we want to make sure we have a healthy GI tract and good, healthy probiotics. The 4th thing that I would recommend, and I write on my prescription pads, also can be prescription or over the counter at lower doses, is progesterone. As we age, and in my program, my Feel Fabulous teleseminar, my Women's Restorative Health Boot Camp, in my hormone balance class, I go through the hormonal cascade in great detail. But one of the prescriptions that I like to write is progesterone, a bioidentical progesterone, or herbs and Chinese herbs and supplements that can help your body produce that natural progesterone. And that can make a huge difference in how you feel. If you're cycling, we prescribe it cyclically, and we use it at night because it's calming. I always think of, all our hormones also relate to our neurotransmitters. So progesterone relates to the neurotransmitter GABA. And GABA is one of those neurotransmitters that gives you that calm, that easygoing feeling. So it always reminds me, when I think of progesterone, I think of GABA, and that reminds me of the rock group ABBA, which reminds me of the musical Mamma Mia, and that's like, oh, it's just a good feeling, right? So that's progesterone, for really using it at night, balancing it whether you have a uterus or not. So I get into more details in my boot camp regarding that and actual hormone usage. But that's a big one. And again, herbs that you can use to help support natural progesterone, natural hormone production in your body. The fifth one that I want you to do, that I would write on a prescription, are nutritional supplements, multivitamin and minerals, omega fish oil, and I use green products. I use my Mighty Maca Greens, which is a great greens product because it has the maca supporting the adrenals and 42 ingredients. I mean, it's a whole list of things, but it's one of a combination of the earth's healing nutrients that are put together. But we need to supplement with nutrients and fish oils because for the most part we don't get enough minerals, etc., in our diet, right? And I've seen that over and over again because I test for nutritional insufficiencies all the time. So supplementation is really, really key, and balanced supplementation, but of course get as much from your foods as you can. So number 6, my favorite prescription to write on a prescription pad, and I even write it on a prescription pad and ask patients, just give this to your pharmacist and see what they'll do with this. So my favorite one is orgasm, right? So an orgasm a day honestly is better than an apple a day and keeping the doctor away. The benefit list is long, and I go into detail in my sexual CPR program in my boot camp in detail. But the list is long, and even orgasm from the visceral sense and the ethereal sense is being able to enjoy nature, being able to play with your puppy or your kids or doing a sport you enjoy, really kind of reviving that natural connection that you have with nature and people and the environment. Witnessing a gorgeous sunset could be orgasmic experience, right? So I want you to experience orgasm in any sense every day. So those are my 6 steps that you can take right now, the 6 key prescriptions that I will write that will make your health better tomorrow, better than any prescription otherwise that I could write for you. Sincerely, I want you to join my Women's Restorative Health Bootcamp because after years of struggle myself, journeying around the world, working with healers from around the world, I put together the best of modern medicine and traditional science in an informative, easy to follow program that establishes a strong foundation for you so you are healthier, more vibrant, a sexier, younger you even than you ever were. And it's possible for you right now. There are 7 classes in this program that are packed full of information. Plus we have the question and answer classes and opportunity to have some live interaction. So more than we could ever honestly get in a doctor's appointment, because I actually want you to have this information before you ever even walk into your next doctor's appointment. This is so valuable. This is transformative information to empower you to do what's right for you on a daily basis. What I'm talking about here is not settling for being normal, right? Normal is 8 out of 10 people walking into Walmart. That's your normal comparison. And that's how the labs judge their normal levels. Your thyroid's normal. Well, there's tons of people unhealthy out there, and that's why you're considered normal. So, I always think about that. Sit outside Walmart, watch 8 out of 10 people that are walking in there and say, okay, that's my normal comparisons. Is that what I want for the rest of my life? Or do you want to be maybe the 1 or 2 that are vibrant, energetic, passionate, joyful, smiling, vibrantly healthy that are walking in and out of Walmart, right? So you want to be more on that realm. So I encourage you to take the action steps, foundational action steps. Do the practices that I've introduced you to, and there's so much more in my Feel Fabulous teleseminar webinar. And again, just a huge amount, a lifetime of foundational information in the Women's Restorative Health Bootcamp that will help you and help your family and those around you. Thank you for being with me on this.